Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we are here with special guest. You know her from Motorcycle Rocketship. It's Cole Clarke.
Welcome.
White people! Not the sound effect.
That's right.
Sorry.
For the 12th week in a row, Kevin has played that cue.
I was honestly aiming for the Trinidadian national anthem, but I missed, and I hit
Happens
the white
all the
people.
time.
Yeah. They shouldn't be right beside each other.
I don't know how, but you've like eroded your list of sound cues down to just a couple like ultra irritating ones. I feel like there's some that we haven't heard the Zelda sound in months. Kevin.
Yeah, let her
Yo,
rip.
fucking Snorlax owns in this movie. Look at him.
That's good. I missed that one.
Yeah. You hit me. Let's keep going.
Really good.
Cole,
Yes.
welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's going on in your life? What's new with you? What's exciting in the world of Cole?
Check-in time.
Honestly, I've had a wild couple of weeks. Started estrogen, went through a breakup, got pickpocketed at Roscoe's, and I left my social in my wallet.
Oh fuck!
And so I've just been trying to replace stuff for a while. So just in a weird mental state. But I think I'm gonna try to recenter myself and hook up with a coworker or something.
Yeah, that
sure.
sounds like
Yeah. Just sort of
time to
make things normal.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Get back to basics. Eat your vegetables, and just fuck someone that you work with.
Exactly.
Look, it's sometimes in life things get stressful and there's chaos and you don't know how to get a foothold and you just need to blow the back out of Susan in management, and then you're going to be okay.
And the best part about management is because then I'm the victim.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. Yeah.
There's not a lot of times you get to have an orgasm and be the victim at the same time.
It's awesome. I get taken advantage of. It's awesome.
Oh my god.
Now, how bad is it to lose your social security card? Is that something that is replaceable?
Yes, you can replace it. The only thing is the people who
Someone might
stole
steal
it.
your identity.
Yeah, they I knew the wallet was stolen because while we were looking for it, I got a text that they tried to spend $500 at Walgreens immediately.
Oh my god!
And so they had my social, and I was I figured they would do fraud, so I had to contact all the credit agencies and freeze my credit.
Oh god!
You don't. There are other options. I mean, if somebody steals your identity, you don't have to start taking hormones. If that's your
right.
If that's your
so I can get a new social.
Yeah. That's not how it works.
The only reason that would be maybe a rash decision.
Yeah, I was a non-medicalist for a while. I was just not even trying, no voice training, and then I was financially, it would benefit me to make my bones move.
Well, if somebody's already taken your identity, you might as well.
What the hell? Make a new one.
Viewers who are watching the video version of the show can look at my video screen. They can run it back about 45 seconds and watch me deciding how and whether or not that was a good enough joke.
Yeah, how and if.
Yeah.
And then ultimately making maybe the wrong call with going forward.
No, you got that. I'm trans, but I'm still from Texas. You're good, King.
I was like, should I do this? And I was like, you know what? It's early enough that if it bungles, we can start again.
Yeah, we can always find another guest. Who cares?
I'm so sorry.
I forgive you.
It's beautiful.
So your SSN is the same thing as your social insurance number here, right?
Yeah, in Canada, SIN.
Oh.
Yeah. We're a little more religious.
I mean, I do wonder if it is less of a big deal to get your social security number taken in the United States, because I assume the only benefit that does is track your taxes. Whereas here, my card gives me access to medical care, right? I guess actually there's a health
Manitoba
card.
Health card, but it's connected to your SIN. I don't know. It's confusing.
Maybe it is all just taxation.
What really shocks me is Walgreens is getting pretty expensive. $500 for some shampoo and conditioner.
Did you say $100?
500.
was like
What?
458. Yeah.
What? How much shampoo and conditioner did you get?
Well, this was the person who stole it, Kevin. You didn't even listen to the story. You were so focused on coming up with your one joke that
You're like, I'm gonna own a trans woman.
Yeah, exactly. I've been working so hard to try and get one up on the trans
every
community.
detail. The thief spent $500 at Walgreens. Cole didn't go to a spending spree.
I was wondering why you knew it was shampoo and conditioner. I guess, but
it was a joke. It was a joke. It was a bit.
What is that? And that is a what?
I thought it was funny if the thief wanted to get luscious hair. Sort of something that makes your mouth move. Ha ha hoo hee.
That doesn't make me laugh. It makes me upset. I don't care about that.
Yeah.
They stole from me.
That's fair. I mean,
they've got a pompadour now. Yeah, but yeah,
they look great.
If somebody did steal from you and then you saw them later on and they were stunted, would that be like, okay, this person is like, at least they used it to look fly, or would that make you feel bad? I feel like I would still be pissed.
I honestly, I do have an experience where I saw that somebody like robbed our coffee shop of like our tips folder. And the next time we saw him, it was like a homeless guy in Uptown. Next time we saw him, he had pepper spray, had like a nice jacket and all this. And we were like, totally cool.
He was working for ICE afterwards? Or
Yeah. He got a job.
Gainfully employed.
Yeah, he's great. Honestly, he would do great for them. That's like right up his alley. Finally, just somebody to listen and like agree, you know?
Yeah, totally.
That is kind of beautiful, though. I mean, you hope that the thief needs the money. Like, the ideal situation is they get a quick benefit from it. You cancel the charges. You don't suffer anything. And the thief kind of, like, improves their terrible life.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Do you know where it was stolen from you? Like, do you know when you lost it?
Also in the story. Sorry, I will let you answer, but Cole did say at Roscoe's.
I don't know what that is. Is that a...
Yeah, wait, it's a bar.
It's a club.
Oh, okay.
It's like at the club. It was my first time at the club because I was 21.
As far as I knew, Roscoe was the dog, right? Like a homie, right? Like you know, So this was your first time there? Your first time at the club?
Yeah, first time going to any club, and it was like deep in Boys Town, Chicago. So it was like bumping.
Yeah.
It was really fun. I was like, I'm getting over this breakup. This is so cool. I'm alive.
Yeah.
And then I lost my wallet.
That's rough. Yeah.
But it's cool. I can't go out anymore. No, it's okay because I don't have an ID.
Right. I wasn't apologizing for what happened to you. I was apologizing for everything I've said for the last 8 minutes. Yeah, no, I mean, just as
I am sorry, though, Cole. That is a nightmare. And I think it just might be the sob story that gets you in your coworker's pants.
That's what I'm thinking. No, seriously. No, sincerely. She asked me, she said, you know how like when you have sex with someone because you feel bad for them? And I said, I think that same thing happened to me Saturday because I did have sex that night.
Great.
And so I think that's the move. I'm really trying to get in there, get that hook.
People want to take care of somebody, right? There's like oh, you poor thing, and then it sort of translates into this other, yeah. Like no one is smaller, SMOLer. No one is smaller than when they're sort of they've even lost their identity. So yeah.
What do you have? Okay, Kevin, what's going on with you? Why the mullet? Tell us.
I went into I wanted to get a haircut. I'm going to Toronto. There was a Valentine's Day show yesterday. We're recording this on the 15th.
You can talk about that instead of the haircut if you want.
Well, I'm just saying it was a Love Is Blind themed show. My hair was getting a little unkempt, so we did like a Love Is Blank show, and I thought it would be nice to look a little more presentable for the sort of the production elements of the show. So I decided to get a haircut, and Kara, my partner, and I had talked about I had like a longer sort of hair situation going on, and we were talking about getting like a soft mullet. She often influences my hair decisions, but I like to be a little creative and try something. So I was like, yeah, sure. And I booked the hair appointment and I went into it. But it's been like an incredibly busy week at work. And so I wasn't thinking, and I didn't like articulate beyond mullet, which was like written in my, I was like, I'm heading towards a mullet was like what I wrote when I booked. And so the woman, who was very lovely, was working on my hair, and pretty quickly she started getting short, and I was like, oh, I've missed the opportunity to say soft mullet. And I will also mention, just as a callback to the last episode, we had a friend on, Obadiah Freeman, who's a barber, and he was talking about how we had a little bit of discourse about whether or not people enjoy having their hair cut and having a conversation while it happens. I'm like, do you hate talking to your clients or not? And he was like, it seemed like he kind of preferred to keep it himself. And both Thomas and Obadiah kind of made fun of me because I talked throughout all of my haircuts and I talked through like massages. So when I go get a massage, I see people in extreme,
crazy. Oh my god!
And this will come back and matter. Yeah, this will come back and matter. So I got the haircut. I told the hairdresser that the hard mullet was a little bit more than what I was telling my girlfriend, so that she might be surprised when she sees me. And she said, well, the real problem with the look, or the real thing that's completing the look, she didn't say problem, I heard problem, is the mustache and the sideburns. But and she said, that's not my problem, that's you did that. And I said, okay, which is correct. So Kara likes the haircut. I'm happy with the mullet. It looks nice. It looks clean. I like that I don't have to deal with bangs. I like that like this all is like clean. It's the obvious stuff, but it is just like when you have long hair, it can be very frustrating to like get up and go quickly, right? And my life is filled with that. So I'm sure you understand, Cole. Thomas, I don't think has ever had hair longer than
that's true.
Like this is like I've seen you with this similar haircut your whole life. Yeah,
I am a default Playmobil man. I would say.
That you kind of pop it off before you go. Yeah. I did get a massage the other day, though. I was having a lot of pain in my neck. This is genuinely true. Between the last episode and this one, I have got both a haircut and a massage. And the stylist who did my hair, she's very, very talkative. The people at the salon know me. They know my partner. So it's not like it's not really in the cards for me not to talk.
Just to check, also, Cole, how much are you talking during a haircut?
I haven't gotten a haircut in like 3 years, and it was I would always get my haircut from like the same family that was like family friends, so I would usually like talk a lot with them. It was honestly the most that my mom ever learned about me was in that setting, because I was way more open with them. Yeah, like I just like vaguely.
Your mom like hearing you talk to other people.
Yeah,
just like picking up on.
Yeah, there was like one time
good, like a third party, like to filter it back to your mom, so you can sort of talk to her without looking her in the eyes.
Exactly. Oh, it was great for me. So much off my chest. They were talking about they them stuff, because it's still like they're not woke, but they're fun. And they were like,
it's like Kevin,
yeah. They were like, yeah.
I've always identified as fun, but not woke. Yeah,
fun, but not woke. Good time. But they would always they were like, oh, people using they them to get better jobs. Hey Cole, you should do that. And I was like, I wouldn't put it unless I was.
That does sound fun, by the way.
Yeah. They were like, you should do that. It'll help you get a job. And I was like, I don't think that's right. But I was like, I would only put they them if I was. And they were like, well, you're a little they them, right? And I looked at my mom and I was like, I mean, yeah, but like my dad's still alive, so I don't know. And then my mom laughed.
Was that a threat? Like, let's get him out of the way.
No, he was just like really sick.
Alive.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Oh,
he's better every time. Better. He's
okay. Great.
He's better. He's fine. He's fine.
How many other buttons can we push? I got this massage.
Okay.
Cole, you reacted aggressively when I said I talked during a massage.
Yeah, that makes me really uncomfortable. They're at work, dude.
So there are typically when I get a massage, lately I've been going to friend of the show, actually podcast host, co-host of ours, Natasha Durand is a massage therapist here in Winnipeg, and we're like good friends, so it's not unusual that's in play. I feel like that's totally in play.
But being your massage therapist is the exception to this. I think where it's like she's 100%. Literally a close friend, but yeah.
But I do this when I go for non-talk, like people I don't know, And
that's the fucked up part.
Yes. So Kara, I was having a lot of neck pain. We were very busy at work. Kara booked me a massage at this place that's like right across the street from the business. This is the first time in probably like a good like 8-9 years. Well, maybe once there's been an exception, but that I'm getting a massage from somebody that isn't someone I know. There was also previous to Natasha, Kara had a friend that did a massage, and they were close with us. So Anyway, I'm used to it being like normal conditions, but I told myself before I go into this massage, I'm like, okay, we talked about it on the show. I'm going to just try and relax. I've had a super busy week. I'm not going to open up my mouth. I'm going in quiet. I'm going to like just do the initial pleasantries. I'm even going to like tone down my normal like heyness so that like it feels like it's in the right context. I get in. I swear to God, this guy, and he was very sweet, and he was a decent massage therapist. He did not shut the fuck up the entire time. He was talking about fucking municipal politics with me. He was talking about he's talking about the fucking Epstein files. He was talking about it was like crazy. I genuinely felt like I met somebody who was like, this is what it's like, bitch. He was just
your ironic punishment in hell.
I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. So yeah.
But that is that makes him a bad massage therapist, because you need to understand like your client is trying to relax. This might be it's an indulgence. It's like the only hour in the last 6 months maybe that they're supposed to be able to be in this like serene environment and like really just focus on like feeling better, and to just be like, do you know Drew Carey's in there and the rest of the Who's Line guys? And you're like, what the fuck?
He's telling me that Greg Proops is in the Epstein files while he's sort of working on my lumbar.
You think they really ate him?
Oh. Getting harder and harder as he gets more like upset about So anyway, what's new with you, T? That's my check-in.
I do feel I gotta go quick because we need to get to some segments.
I ate up a lot of time, sorry.
There's a few things. I think I'll just say Kim's bachelorette party was this weekend. I did come by yesterday to bring one of those vintage heart cakes because it was also Valentine's Day, so they had a Valentine's theme. But I thought she had a really fun idea, which was great, which was, you know how you see a bachelorette party and they're all got their sashes and then there's like the bride sash, and Kim was like, that's a little embarrassing. I don't really want to do that. So her idea was, everyone is dressed as a bride. Everyone has a bride sash. So everyone was wearing white with a veil with their own bride sash. And so like 12 brides like rolled up to a cocktail bar. And it was just really fun seeing people notice and be like, wait, what the fuck? And then we would have like random people guess like who the bride was. Nobody thought that it was Kim. They were like, no one's going to lock that down. And it was great. It was very fun. Shout out to all of Kim's friends for making it a special weekend. And I was like, I shouldn't be here. But then once I got there, I was like, I'll have dinner and hang out because it was fun. So I'm a little hungover, but it was a special evening.
Oh, okay. That's very nice. Is it still continuing on? It's Sunday today.
They're just cleaning up the Airbnb this morning, and then they're going to head home and stuff. And I will say the first night, she has a massage therapist who's a little bit of a friend who she actually invited and did like group massages, because the first night was Girls Gone Mild. So they did like arts and crafts and massages, and she got these little she like ironed on monographs for bathrobes for everyone. And then she and her friend give everyone short, like 20-minute massages, which people seem to really enjoy. So massages abound.
That's that's very cute. Yeah. For your bachelor party, should I get a talkative masseuse? Should I get
Get the Epstein guy?
Yeah, let's see if Epstein's available for sure. I mean, if I knew going in he was going to talk about it, that would be an awesome gift.
We're going to put you in the room. You get to talk about the Epstein files while getting massaged.
If I could have prepared myself properly for that type of discourse, honestly, I like talking about that kind of stuff too. Like the not the Epstein files exactly,
You
but
do.
like
I love
politics specifically.
Well, my other
like,
check-in, which I'll
social stuff.
just share briefly, is like I did do an improv show a couple weeks ago. I won't
Yeah.
get too specific, but
Oh,
I was forced to take the suggestion Epstein's flight logs, where one person shouted it out. Our host was uncomfortable, went for a second suggestion, and the, let's say, MC or position of authority person at this show was like, nope, you have to take the first suggestion, and made us do a set about Epstein's flight logs, which was, I would say, not the move, but it did happen. So anyway, let's spin the wheel and get into our first segment. Regrets. This one comes.
That's regret sound.
Kevin didn't know what it was. Only I knew, so he just played something at random. But we are gonna do. This is one of my mom's segments. She submitted it. Melissa Steele, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
Melissa.
the segment is tell us about a message or a post or an email that you shared and then tried to retract. So we're thinking back into our kind of digital communications. I mean, this could even go back to a letter you sent. I guess that would be fine too. But was there ever a time where you sent the DM, you made the post, you did the thing, and then realized that maybe you shouldn't have done it?
I mean, the most recent example I had.
Okay, go ahead, Kevin.
Go ahead. Okay. I had a customer email in about an issue. I own a couple restaurants in Winnipeg. Cool. And yeah. Oh, trust me, it's a very, very expensive business, and our margins are thin. So it's yeah, they're only kind of successful. It's not. It's yeah. But anyhow, I had a customer email in about an issue that they had with their order. And it seemed to be like a relatively reasonable issue. Stuff happens, human beings make mistakes. So I usually just offer people credits when these kind of things happen, as it's usually easiest. Because they're, obviously not at the restaurant, they're emailing me. So they emailed me, and I got their name wrong, fully wrong in the response when I said like, and part of it is that like in the discourse, I need to get their personal information to put it into the system for their credit. So like they kind of want to make sure I didn't get their name wrong. So their name was like Grant, and I called them like Glenn, I think, when I was replying. And like it's a pretty off. I just like saw the name once, made a different name up in my head and responded. And the person like in every single email said their own name like twice after that. They were like, and make sure it's under Grant whatever, signing off Grant, and like they multiple times. I mean, I guess I shouldn't take the email signature as like a
Grant.
Just finished reading Laws of Attraction, Grant.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the most recent time I can. I mean, that's not the same as like sending the wrong text that's like intentioned for your partner to your like mother or something. But like, yeah, I haven't done that. I don't think.
So, it's tough. I'm sure I have some moments like that. The one that comes to mind, which was like a classic text fuck up, where you send the text to the wrong person in a very like sensitive situation. This was years ago, and I'll try to be vague because I don't want anyone to know exactly who I'm talking about. But it was part of an improv group where somebody was sort of sexually harassing people a little bit, and I needed to talk with them, or I was gonna have like a one-on-one and sit down and sort of like talk about this as an issue. And I had other people
on you.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm trying to be vague, but yeah, I had a position of authority in the group, whatever. It was sort of like my role to handle interpersonal issues like this. And I had some people on my team who I was texting about it while I was texting this person to sort of arrange like a coffee thing so that we could sit down, and then I would spring this conversation on him. And so my team... basically I was talking to them and texting him at the same time, and so I had invited him, and then before he had responded, I said I sent it to him. So like I invited him like, hey, it would be good to like meet up with you for coffee, and then to them I was trying to say I sent it, but instead I sent it to
the
this
eagle
guy.
has
Like,
landed.
Yeah,
I repeat, the
sent
eagle
it.
has landed.
And this is how I covered, which was because I just then started like narrating like more. So I was like, I sent it, and then as a joke, like, and waited for him to reply, and started to wonder, and like just made it into a bit. Like I was like, I meant to do this the whole time.
Really strong.
That's a pretty good parachute. Like I think pulling the ripcord. That's not bad.
But such a like
did they
moment
pick
of
it
like,
up?
I don't think he was suspicious. Good. And I would say as those things go, the conversation went fine. But years later, following that guy, yeah, probably better that he just shouldn't have been in the group at all.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Interesting.
The fair call. First information I got was that he was sexually harassing people.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Cole's like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
I think maybe it was a bad idea to bring this guy.
Yeah, we didn't admit him after we knew about that, to be clear.
That's part of the interview process, is Thomas was asked to bait you into a one-on-one, and then
yeah. Cole, do you have an iconic regret that comes up for you?
I can't think of any examples of like a sent media, but I've definitely had like spoken moments of it where I felt very awkward. When I moved to the city, I didn't really like know anybody in Chicago. So there were like 2 years where I was like 18 and 19, not in school, just kind of like hermiting up and like going to work and coming home and kind of like writing but not talking to people. And I remember I got invited out to like see a show at Annoyance with like somebody I had like met at my work. And while I was there, they introduced me to a mutual friend, and we were like both at the table chatting it up. And I made the mistake of getting way too high before. And I made the mistake of being 20 and saying out loud, "Hey, I'm really high." And they were like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Oh, this is awkward and weird." And I was like, "So do you go to classes at the Annoyance?" And they were like, yeah, I'm in level 5. And I went, "Oh, no way. Who's your teacher?" I did level 5 here. And then he said his teacher, and then he was like, "Who's your teacher?" And I went, "I don't remember. I don't know." And then he like tried to move it, and I was just like have my hands in my head, and I was like, "I don't remember." Like I just like stayed on it for like minutes.
I feel like you either get a pass because you told them you were high, but also like once you say I'm really high to somebody, and you're 20 years old, I feel like the conversation from that point on is not like they're not meeting you as a real person anymore, right? Yeah, like I feel like they're like you're just this caricature of a human being that like is whatever. Yeah. So, in a way that's freeing. In a way, it's freeing. But on the other side of it, you have to sit in the mires of shame.
Yeah. Because it's like, why did I ask who his teacher was if I couldn't know?
If you didn't know your own teacher.
Like, I was like, maybe it's the same person, and then I didn't know who my teacher was.
You were hoping it was the same, so you would remember who yours was.
Were you at least certain that their teacher was not your teacher?
I was certain, without a doubt.
Okay, well, at least there's that. Like, it would be very funny if they were like, my teacher was, so-and-so, and you're like,
that might have been mine. I can't say.
Couldn't tell you. Yeah. Couldn't tell you one fact about myself, no matter how many you ask.
do either of you have like? Because the thing that this made me think of was the like, and this maybe is relevant to you right now, Cole, but the like contacting the crush, like making the move that you then later are like, oh, I maybe should. So actually, I've told this story before. I am certain. But the first time I ever did stand-up, I invited someone who I had been told was interested in me. And, like, that's pretty rare in my life that someone is like, she likes you. Like, you should act. So I was pretty excited. I was also 18, and I did stand-up, and the stand-up was disgusting. It was about me, like, getting really sick at a movie theater and throwing up while taking a shit. And so this person who had a crush on me saw me do stand-up for the first time, this like 5 minutes of repulsive material, and then like ghosted before ghosting was a big thing. Like that was
like this was before
then, like, sort of
text-based
faded away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Evolutionarily discovered ghosting because of that network.
And like I wouldn't even say I was that interested, so it hurt more because I was like, I would never have pursued this had I not been told, and somehow I still fucked it up and like blew it so bad.
Do you think that you invited them because you weren't that interested? Like, do you think if you had been like super into them, would you have invited them?
I just didn't have the shame, or like, I don't know, I was like, I think I'm kind of funny and I want some friends to be at this show and I need like a supportive audience. I just like, I didn't really occur to me that someone who was in my friend group, but maybe there was some romantic potential, like how that would impact it. So I just was like, I don't know, it's something I'm doing. Everyone can come. And then like it was a mistake, but yeah.
That's tough.
I don't think I've ever I've definitely done the wrong text message to the wrong person or sent the sent and regret thing. I don't really remember. Like, I definitely once or twice like had like a friendly hangout when I was like single and on the market. I like had like a friendly hangout with somebody that was like a friend, and I was, sometimes you have these things and you're like, I don't know if that was a date or not. Right.
That's
so
what's going on
I
with
feel
the
like
coworker.
Okay, so yeah, and I what should have tipped me off was that we went to go see the movie My Friend Dahmer, which is not exactly a date movie, but I wasn't sure, and I thought this person was nice. They were friendly. We've been friends in this, like, acquaintances though, right? Like, it's not like we go to see a movie often, right? There are other people on my list of, hey, I want to go see a movie. Who am I calling first? This person is not even in the top 10, right? So in my mind, that there's like some interesting energy there. I don't know, but they're nice and it was cool. It was a nice time. But then like months later,
Kevin, can I just interrupt for 1 second? You have to know this. So I was curious when that movie came out, 2017. Now, the story was written by someone named Derf Backderf. I'm going to share my screen just to prove it.
Sorry.
Put it out. Yeah.
Derf Backderf.
Also known as Derf or Derf Backderf.
Also known as.
So it is a cartoonist. This might be a bit on their end, but that's incredible, and I had to share it anyway.
Derf Backderf. All right. Well, anyhow, after the fact, months or years later, that person and I were corresponding about something unrelated to this event that had happened. I think at this point I was already in a relationship. I don't know. But it was like, obviously if there was something there, it wasn't being pursued. And I referenced in the text message, I was like, remember that time we went to go see this movie? I'm not sure if that was a date or not. And they were like, I didn't think it was. And I was like, okay, cool. Which felt bad because I like them as a person. You kind of want it to, even if it's not, you're like, well, I wanted you to hope it was a date,
Yeah. Assume
Yeah.
it's platonic, but doors open. That's kind of the attitude.
Yeah.
And it's cool to be like, and that person's flirting with me.
Yeah, and for them to have the door closed, I feel like feels not so fun, right? Like, it's like, just leave a crack open, right?
Yeah.
That's,
and this is why you're in a relationship.
Yeah. So now, in order to, I need to be secure. Yeah.
Kevin sends out feeler texts to everyone he's ever seen a movie with during his long-term relationship just to see if maybe that had
20 minutes after the
potential.
record, Cole, and I'll be sliding into your DMs being like, and so what are we?
What are we?
You'll call me a different name. Oh, that's
So,
I think I
awesome.
might
Kale,
actually
like a K.
check out what Derf Backderf is up to.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with the derf?
Yeah.
I did think of a really good,
Yes.
almost like flirty story with the
Okay,
note.
great.
When I was in the 6th grade, I had a crush on a girl, and we were both fans of the anime Fairy Tail. And I had gotten like a set of the keys, which are like a physical thing from the show that were cool. And I was like, I'm gonna ask her out by just giving her my thing and then writing a little note in it. And then like before I gave it to her, I like took the note out because I was like, this is stupid. So I just gave her my stuff and like never asked her out, never like did anything that would like imply that I'm like not just your friend. I very much had like an attitude of like crushes are a thing you kept secret, and then I learned that it's like that's weird. It's weird to have a crush. Why are you tricking people into thinking you're their friend when you're like into
people?
like crushes are weird as hell.
Being attracted to people is wrong and bad.
Yeah, it sucks. It feels uncomfortable.
Yeah,
exactly. No, you did.
But
You went through like
I think
relationship.
Yeah,
You just did the whole thing. You went through divorce, right? Like you gave them your stuff, like within a micro experience. You got
just
together,
for
you
no
got married,
reason. Alimony.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, that went so well. She has my stuff.
She'll always be thinking of me.
There you go.
I'm all
and now she owes me something.
And that is how I kind of pursue dating. That is sort of what I do. I leave things at people's houses and expect them to sort of
We gotta get
Kevin. You know what I'm gonna do. So why don't you get ready? Because it's time to take a break.
Oh fuck me, man!
How you never anticipated this 36 minutes?
I don't listen.
Just be
to the
ready
show.
for a break.
Be ready for a break. I don't even know which one to hit.
Every time I tried to slow it down so you would be like on board because I was like, well.
How Star Wars is it?
Hi, I'm Mike.
And I'm Josiah.
And we're the co-hosts of a weekly podcast called How Star Wars Is It?
On our show, we rate and review things on a scale of 1 to 10, but not of how good or bad they are, but of how Star Wars they are.
We've covered lots of movies, from The Matrix to Guardians of the Galaxy to all the Star Wars films, but we've also reviewed things like pumpkin spice lattes, Halloween, moving, burgers.
We've got over 150 episodes, and you don't have to listen to them all. You can just find the ones that look interesting and listen to those. There's no plot, there's no continuity. You don't have to worry about that. Okay? So if that sounds fun to you, tune in to How Star Wars Is It every Monday, wherever you get your podcasts.
How Star Wars is it?
How Star Wars is it? We love you, and may the Fourth be with you.
Nuclear bombs. Swag Messiah.
Welcome back, Cole. Do you
Sorry
have a
for
segment
yelling.
for us?
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for yelling, but go ahead, Cole.
Oh, don't even worry about it, Thomas. This segment is called Trans Women in Sports. I'm going to list sports, and the two of you are going to tell me if trans women have an unfair advantage or an unfair disadvantage.
I'm
kidding.
I think I might just referee this one. It is the Olympics. This would be a pretty...
I was like, I guess this episode's not coming out. What do we have to tell Cole to be like?
No. Sorry. I have a real segment. Yesterday, I had an event. Something happened at my work. I work at a cultural institution, and I want to know if you guys like what your guys' most name droppy story is.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
interesting.
I can start with what happened to me yesterday. At the cultural institution where I work that will remain unnamed. We sold out of tickets yesterday, and so we got to tell a lot of people that they couldn't get tickets. And one of the people I got to tell that yesterday was Nick Fuentes.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
God.
And so he was there with like 3 guys, and we were like telling him he can't come in. He was kind of 5 feet away, and I looked in like a very public place, and I like pointed loudly and said, "Hey guys, that's Nick Fuentes. He's a literal fucking Nazi." And he's like looking over his shoulder, and I was like, "He's a fucking Nazi." And they like
Hell
laughed.
yeah.
It was awesome.
That's
It was
awesome.
the best I've ever felt. It was super
That's so
cool.
cool.
That's awesome.
It was a great way to end Valentine's Day.
Not only
I was
is
like, fuck you.
I was worried that you were like, the person I'm going to do in my name drop story is Nick Fuentes. So I was like, interesting. But it's good that your name drop. Yeah, it's funny that the name drop is to like, what's the most famous person you've called out and made feel bad?
You said was a Nazi.
It was awesome. My instinct was to ask my friend to like take a picture of me with him before calling him it, because I thought it'd be funny to like have a photo of me with him.
Like a selfie with the Nazi, and then
but I was like wearing my uniform all over. So I didn't do that, but I did take a photo of him like right after I yelled at him.
Yeah, good.
So
good. Yeah,
that's incredible. That's going to be hard to top.
That is a pretty great one.
I'm thinking about like Cole, when you ask, are you, because I've had some run-ins with celebrities where they're at an event or something, but I didn't really talk to them. Or are you thinking more where you got some kind of FaceTime, some like moment where you actually were able to, interact?
I'm open to either interpretation. I think if you have something that leans either way that you're excited to talk about,
because I think actually Kevin and I have a shared one that's really good.
Okay, yeah, awesome.
Which is that we performed like comedy music, or we used to together. And we did it at the Winnipeg Fringe Festival at the outdoor venue, just like a 1-hour gig. And
it's like,
for some reason,
Winnipeg, it's kind of like the hub of the city where that happens. It's just like there's not really a lot of central gathering points outside, and this was one of them. So
it wasn't like super well attended. It's more like throughout the day there's various entertainment that just is on the stage, and we were one of those acts.
Yeah, so we were an act that was on at like 4 p.m. or something, like like random time.
For whatever reason, Katy Perry's boyfriend Justin Trudeau was there. And so this was before he was
I think
prime
he was
minister.
on the campaign trail back then, right? This was before he was elected.
He was like running or like preparing to run. So there is a picture of Kevin and I on stage, foregrounded by Justin Trudeau, just like
sort of as he's sort of picking up a.
It's pretty great. I mean, I am proud of that because he had to listen to us like freestyle rap on stage.
What were you guys singing about?
I think at that point we were doing a hip hop version of "Waiting for Godot" or the real Prim Ernest.
Right, we did a like a Slim Shady parody that was about the importance of being earnest, and we did that. And God willing, it wasn't Where Godot at, because that song is based on DMX's "Where the Hood At," which is the most homophobic song ever created. One of the most, for sure.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. I assume we've all seen Superbad, yes?
Yeah.
The movie Superbad. So the other love interest in the movie that's not Emma Stone, the love interest for Michael Cera's character, who he grabs the boob of in the hallway when he gets bumped, that's like the big moment. That is an actress named Martha McIsaac. And Martha McIsaac is a lovely woman. She was doing a TV show here in Winnipeg years ago, and she was like one of the leads in the show, and I was cast in the show as just in a one episode. It was like a serialized like detective show, and I was like one of the suspects. And so I shot for like I think 4 days on set, but Martha McIsaac was having an issue with her computer, and I fixed the computer issue that she had, and then she after like working on the production for 4 days, and everyone was very nice, and I think might have even been after the wrap party for the show, because I shot one of my episodes was like late in the series. I added everybody on social media that I had liked and had gotten along with, and Martha McIsaac didn't accept my request for a long time, and then she did and asked me a tech support question, to which I answered, and then she undefended me again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know how to log back into Instagram?
The unfriend is insane.
Like, you couldn't leave me. You couldn't. I get that we're like a bunch of plebes, right? You're like an LA actor. You come into our little bum ass town, Winnipeg, and you do it. But like, you don't have to be that way, right? Like the other lead and I were nice friends. We got drinks later. Like I'm not trying to like, and I'm also, but I now as an older person and who still sometimes does work in that zones and maybe not film, but I do kind of get being like, all right, everybody leave me the fuck alone. Like it's a lot. But I was like, I was just being nice. I fucking helped you. Like, what if you can't get back into your fucking Google Drive? Like what if you can't?
She's gonna friend you again. It'll be, and you'll come crawling back with the IT
crawling
support.
back.
She thinks that you're the only person that can fix computers. When she needs her computer fixed, she goes, "Who was that fucking guy?"
Yeah, only brown guy who was cast in the show as well. By the way,
I know, like
just to be
the IT
it was a
guy
set in the West, so it was not like they had a lot of roles for POCs. But yeah, no.
Just to pull this up, this is Justin Trudeau. And you can see Kevin and I standing over there.
Averting your gaze.
Yeah. Well, yeah. we never. It's amazing that you had that so quickly pulled up. I'm impressed.
I just wanted to find it. I labeled it Justin Trudeau, so easy to find. But
that's awesome.
That's very good. That's the picture they don't want you to see from the Epstein files. It's that.
Kevin, should we do one more quick segment and then close out the show?
Feminist alert! Feminist alert!
Special gift. Participants must discuss the worst gift they've ever given and the best gift they've ever received.
I could go at that immediately because they both happened at the same time this last Christmas.
Yes.
Which is my partner who I said that we broke up about like a month ago, kind of like early January. For leading up to Christmas, she was we're both young. She was asking for like a promise ring because her roommates are really into that, and I was like, I'm not for that. And they're not like from religious backgrounds, so it's not like weird for them. But I'm like, a promise ring is kind of bullshit, especially at this age. Yeah. And so I was like, how about I get you like a necklace or something that like shows it without it being like this is a literal promise. Like I'd get you something nice. And so I got her a sweet necklace, and she got me an espresso machine, which was awesome.
That's so sick.
I love espresso machines. And then 2 weeks later, we break up, and now I have the necklace and the espresso machine.
Oh, she gave you back the necklace.
Yeah, because why is she going to wear it? Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, I'm so sorry I gave you like jewelry that's a symbol of me, and you gave me an espresso machine because I'm going to keep
very
using
practical
that.
thing. Yeah, you can't have this back. Yeah.
So I gave a gift that meant nothing and got an espresso machine. It was really cool. It's like huge.
You really made out like a bandit. Yeah, that's
Spent
great.
$0 on Valentine's Day and cursed out Nick Fuentes. I'm up.
Yeah. Honestly,
really
maybe I need
sick.
to go get my wallet lost at the club. This sounds sick.
Yeah.
That seems good. Yeah. I don't know. The worst gift I've ever given is a tough. Maybe this is both because I gave it to myself. I don't know if I've told this story on the podcast before. This is a while ago. Must have been a while ago. It was pre-pandemic. It also must have been when I was single. But my friend Dave is a bartender, and he was working at a bar, and so often I would go hang out at the bar top that he was working on and do some work. It was at like a cocktail bar, like it was like kind of like the vibes. It wouldn't be unreasonable for someone to come and like do some laptop work. So I remember I was sitting on there, and at the time I was a DJ. I was a nightclub DJ, so I was organizing my music, the most fun and exciting job you can have, and so I'm doing that, and I'm labeling these files, and I'm sitting at the bar top with my headphones in, and a really drunk woman is sitting like a few chairs away from me, and then she like moves over to the chair beside me, and she's like trying to make conversation with me, but I'm doing work that literally requires me having my headphones in. So every now and then I'm like, sorry. And I like engage her and then I kind of put them back on because I'm trying to kind of be like, leave me alone. But as I'm doing the work, the night progresses on, and Dave keeps giving me drinks. So I get drunk while I'm sitting at this thing. And then this woman starts hitting on me. The bar's closed entirely now. She's like, I'm here on a layover and I don't have anywhere to stay tonight. And I'm like, okay, so you're just trying to like go home with somebody, right? I'm not interested in this person. But there's another, she realizes, picks up on the social cue that I'm like trying to make excuses that I'm not interested. Another guy, there's one other guy left in the bar as the bar is closing down. And it was closed at midnight on this night. It was a weeknight for some reason. So this guy's going to leave. And she like essentially is like, hey, you, how about you? Starts talking to this guy.
How about
this
you?
This guy's like, why don't we all go back to my place? I'm also in from out of town, but I can't drive. I'm like not, but I'm staying at the hotel near the airport. You can come with me. And then they're like, I don't remember how this happened. I was drunk. We all ended up in an Uber going back to this guy's hotel room.
All of us.
The three of us.
This is the crucial part of the story. Is what
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Packing up your stuff.
Well, taking my headphones off. They like get in, and then when we get there, the guy's like, while we're driving, he's telling us that he's from BC and he's got this like incredible weed. And I'm a big pothead now. Back then, not so much. I had smoked a little bit. But I'm like, oh, cool. We can. Oh, I think we were gonna go get a meal at the Stella's in the airport.
What the fuck?
Because there wasn't a lot of places that were open. This is also the weird time where Winnipeg is like nothing's open after midnight.
Except for like you hanging out with these.
I don't know. I was lonely and drunk, and it was weird. And so I went to this fucking guy's hotel room. He pulls out this huge bag of Loud. It's like genuinely like I can't. It's like this big, like a foot of like a brick of weed. And this is also pre like full-blown legalization, but he was allowed to fly with it because it was like a medical thing.
He had a brick of medical weed. What? I don't think
now
that's how
the
the
vibes are getting
work.
weird. I'm starting to sober up a little too much because I'm not that drunk, right? So I'm at this hotel in the airport. I'm starting to come down, and I'm like, this is bad vibes. I don't know what is going on and why I'm in this situation. So I leave. That's not true. We smoked first. We got high. I forgot. We got high. I leave. I get an Uber home.
Well, I am going to do drugs with these strangers. I'm not just going to...
Yeah.
Just because the vibes are bad doesn't mean I shouldn't smoke this stranger's weed.
Yeah, of course not. So I smoked this stranger's
I wasn't that
weed.
drunk. I had my faculties, but I still opted in.
A Lyft or a taxi home or whatever. I come home. I'm like, I'm gonna take a little walk first before I go inside. I'm like, I gotta walk off this like thing. So I go for a little walk. I decide to check the mailbox, and I got a package. So I go home. I'm like, great. I'm sitting on the steps in the garage. Open up the package. Because I had a roommate at the time, Dave, and I didn't want to wake him up with opening up a package in the house. And so I opened up this package, and it's just one of those, like, I'm sure, I don't even know if it might be in here somewhere. It's just one of those, like, it was really popular for a while on the internet, those, like, horse head masks that are, like, sort of, like, they have this, like, vacant stare, and they're, like, a horse head mask. Mm-hmm. I have no recollection of ordering this. But it was, like, from, like... whatever, it wasn't Amazon, but whatever company, just like randomly, and I was just a horse head. So I'm like, it was just the weirdest night, and it wasn't a practical gift. It wasn't very useful. So that's the thing that makes me think of that insane weird story where I smoked weed with some strangers from BC.
I think you need to unpack this in therapy. I think you need to figure out what was going on. I want you to have that
10 years ago. I don't remember.
I need to get to the bottom of this. This is fascinating. It feels like you could have been killed, man. Like, this is crazy.
I was at the airport.
Yeah.
You know? Hard to get a body out of there.
Yeah.
I totally get that though. I think even if you're annoyed by the girl, the second she shouts at someone across the bar about plans and then plans start happening, it's immediately fun to jump in. Like that's like a fun vibe of like
idea.
The bar's leaving,
and
let's go. Like
honestly, I genuinely don't remember this, but I bet you I was attracted to her to some degree. I bet you there was some part of me that was like, maybe this is not out of play.
So the headphones was like a negging thing.
I think I wasn't that interested, but probably like was like, she's attractive, but she's wasted. And then I got drunk.
You were
and
gonna
then
have a
suddenly like
threesome with the guy?
I don't know, man. I don't think that's my speed because I don't think I've ever been that like I know I do a lot of weird stuff. I don't think that's like I don't think that would have been in play, especially not back then. But I'm not sure.
Okay.
Like I wasn't as adventurous enough to kind of get that.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I just
what you got a gift card from your
for my brother. Yeah, it sort of
right.
sucked for him. This has been Oops All Segments. Thank you so much for coming on, Cole.
Thank you.
At the end of the show, we do plugs. I will plug Motorcycle Rocketship, our sketch show this week. February 19th, our Valentine's show at the Annoyance, Thursday, 9:30
Your guys' photos look amazing, by the way. Those like I love the uniforms and everything. It's great. Yeah.
Very exciting. But Cole, you have other shows. Anything you'd like the people to know about?
Yeah. I'm in a group called Funhaus. We're like an all queer sketch group, and right now we've been writing a play for the last 3 months called working title Funhaus Saves the Rec Center. It's going to be at the Playground the second and third weekends of May. We got it booked out. It's going to be super fun, and then we're going to go back to doing sketches. But if you want to follow Funhaus, Funhus, Chai on Instagram, that shit.
I'm curious. Just what was the impetus to take this? Like what was like the okay? We do sketch all the time. We're writing sketch. Let's do a full play. Like that's if that's a short thing. I'm curious.
Yeah. So we were doing sketch like an hour every like 6 weeks for like a year, and we kind of like we would do like sort of like 15 minutes of it as like a running story framing device kind of thing,
like a serialized like thing.
Yeah, so like there are like beats within it that are a connected story, and we were getting really into that, and we kind of had some bigger ideas that were like, oh, maybe we'll do this 2 months from now, and then because of how the time was moving, we just never had time to write it. And so kind of we finished the season, decided we'd take time to like try to make like a full sort of like a Monty Python's Holy Grail versus a flying circus kind of thing.
Sure.
And then after we finish that, we'll go back to sketch. But we just really had this idea that we just kept wanting to do.
That's a really cool notion. I like that. Yeah.
No, it's very exciting. Cool. It's the first time I've written something this long and like written with other people, because we like write on our own, then bring sketches. So it's been like a big learning curve of like figuring out how to maneuver through it.
Interesting. Cool.
Yeah. It's been sick.
If you are in Winnipeg, you can catch, I guess the next show, you will have just missed the last one, but you can catch Club Soda Improv's birthday show, which is going to be happening on March 28th at the Gas Station Arts Center. We are turning 9 years old. Club Soda Improv's turning 9 years old. It's going to be a big fat celebration filled with fun and joy and all kinds of good stuff. And then keep your eyes peeled for what we're going to be bringing to the Winnipeg Fringe Festival this year. Those are the things that I need to plug immediately. Thomas, what about you?
Did you get into the tech form, by the way? I gave you the password, Kevin. Did that work?
I haven't logged in yet. No, so I haven't checked. Yeah, we just do some of our personal housekeeping right now on the show. Yeah,
I got to go in a minute, so I figured I'd The only other thing is you can check me out every Saturday in Trigger Happy at the Annoyance at 7. And also check out What We Do in the Basement, our D&D show that I was involved in for a long time and is still ongoing without me, but upcoming holiday episode will feature me if it ever comes out.
Yeah, every episode of Oops All Segments since we recorded it, I've talked about getting it out. So yeah, maybe it'll come out for the next holiday season. Maybe it'll take me an entire year to edit
Christmas,
it.
We'll just have it in the bank.
December. Yeah.
Oh, and it'll be a much cheery time. It'll be post midterms.
Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Which certainly everything's going to go well, right? For the next few months.
This is all going to blow over. It's going to blow over in a couple months.
A blue wave of some kind.
Yeah.
And speaking of which, it's time for a different blue wave, which is my nickname for a sad goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. I'm blue and I'm waving.
Like you used to suck dick in the past tense, or?